You wake up, check your phone, and somewhere, someone just made $100 before even getting out of bed. Not trading stocks, not running a company, just online. Now here's the uncomfortable part. That person probably isn't smarter than you. They don't have more time than you. And in most cases, they didn't start with more money. So what exactly are they doing that you're not? And more importantly, why does it feel like everyone is suddenly making money online except you? For most of the last decade, making money online sounded like a scam. Drop-shipping gurus, crypto hype cycles, courses selling other courses. But something shifted recently. Not because the internet changed, because incentives did. Right now, there are platforms, massive ones, that are actively paying ordinary people to create, sell, or distribute value. And they're doing it for one simple reason. They need content, attention, and users faster than ever before. So they're opening the floodgates. And if you understand how those systems actually work, getting to your first $1,000 isn't some mythical milestone. It's a process, a very specific one. Let's strip this down to reality. There are only 3 ways people are making money online right now. They create something, they sell something, or they move attention. Everything else is just a variation of these 3. So let's walk through them, not the hype version, the real version. First, creating. This is where most people start, and also where most people fail, because they think creation means talent. It doesn't. It means consistency and distribution. Look at short-form video platforms. You see people posting clips, 30 seconds, sometimes less, and somehow making money. It looks random. It's not. The system works like this. Platforms need engagement. Engagement comes from content. Content comes from creators. So platforms reward the creators who keep people watching. Not the smartest creators, not the most qualified, the ones who understand attention. Now here's where it gets interesting. You don't need to be original to win here. In fact, most people making their first $1,000 aren't. They're repackaging, clipping podcasts, summarizing books, reacting to trends, rewriting what already works. It sounds almost lazy, but it's not. It's pattern recognition. They find what's already getting views and they replicate the structure. Same hook, same pacing, same emotional trigger, different packaging. And because platforms like these distribute content aggressively to new audiences, even small creators get exposure. That's the opportunity. But here's the catch. Most people quit before the system even notices them, because the first 10 videos fail, then the next 20, and nothing happens. But the people who stay just a little longer, they hit one video that works, and that changes everything. Now they understand the pattern. From there, scaling to $1,000 isn't about luck anymore. It's repetition. Second, selling. This is where things become more direct. No algorithms, no waiting for views, just transactions. But selling online today doesn't look like it used to. You don't need inventory. You don't need a warehouse. In many cases, you don't even need a product.
Because someone else already built it. Affiliate systems are everywhere now. You promote someone else's product, you get a cut. Simple. But again, the reality is less glamorous. Because everyone has access to the same products, so competition becomes brutal, which means the real skill isn't selling, it's positioning. Let's say 2 people promote the exact same product. One posts a generic link, the other tells a story, shows a problem, demonstrates a solution, builds trust. Same product, different outcome. The second person makes the sale, not because the product is better, because the context is. That's how people hit their first $1,000 here, not by finding a winning product, by understanding human behavior. What makes someone stop scrolling? What makes them click? What makes them trust? It's subtle, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Third, moving attention. This is the least understood and the most powerful, because attention is the only thing online that scales infinitely. And right now, it's being bought and sold constantly. Think about this. A company launches a product. No one knows about it. So what do? They pay for exposure. Ads, influencers, content placements. Now imagine you sit in the middle of that flow. You don't own the product. You don't create it. You just direct attention toward it, and you get paid for that movement. This shows up in different forms.
managing social media accounts, running ads for small businesses, building niche pages and monetizing them. It doesn't sound flashy, because it isn't, but it works, because businesses don't care how you bring them customers. They just care that you do. And if you can prove that, even on a small scale, $1,000 is not a big number. Now here's the part no one likes to talk about, the math, because this is where the illusion breaks. Let's say you're making short-form content, and you earn through brand deals or platform payouts. To make $1,000, you might need hundreds of thousands of views, maybe millions. That's not easy. Now look at affiliate selling. If you earn $10 per sale, you need 100 sales. If your conversion rate is 1%, you need 10,000 clicks, which means even more views. Now attention moving services. If you charge a client $200 per month, you need 5 clients. That sounds simple until you try to get your first one. So the truth is, none of this is easy. It's just accessible. There's a difference. The barrier to entry is low. The barrier to consistency is high. And this is where hype and reality split apart. Online, you see the outcomes, the $1,000 days, the dashboards, the success clips. What you don't see
Is the 60 videos that failed, the offers that got ignored, the messages that never got replies, because those don't get posted. So it creates this illusion that money online is fast, when in reality, it's front-loaded with friction. But once you push through that friction, the system starts working with you, not against you. Now zoom out. Why is all of this happening right now? Because the internet is no longer just a place to consume. It's a marketplace of attention, and attention is being monetized more efficiently than ever. Every scroll, every click, every second watched, it's all being tracked and priced, which means if you can influence even a tiny fraction of that flow, you can earn from it. That's the opportunity. But there's also a risk, because when everyone has access to the same tools, most people end up competing in the same way. Same content styles, same offers, same strategies, which leads to saturation. And when that happens, only the people who adapt survive. So where does that leave you? If your goal is $1,000, it's not about finding the fastest way. It's about choosing a system you can actually stick with long enough to understand. Because once you understand it, you can optimize it. And once you optimize it, you can scale it. But if you keep jumping from one method to another, you reset the process every time, and $1,000 stays just out of reach. Here's the irony. The internet has made earning money more accessible than ever, and at the same time, more confusing than ever. Because there are too many options, too many strategies, too many voices telling you different things. So the real question isn't which method makes money. We already know they all can. The real question is, which system are you willing to understand deeply enough that you stop being a spectator and start participating in the flow of money itself? Because right now, that flow is happening constantly, every second, right in front of you. And the only difference between the people making their first $1,000 and everyone else is that they stopped watching it happen and figured out how to step inside it. So the question is, what's actually stopping you?